Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 18. Alright, guys, so hopefully my audio sounds normal. I was messing with another noise suppression software that, weirdly enough, it was working. I was streaming some games, and it was working well when I rewatched it. I even just recorded myself playing some games today just because I have a gaming channel, Morth Gaming. I think I put it in the description now, but maybe I forgot. But it should be at Morth Gaming. Um, but either way, uh, regardless of that, and both of those situations, the stream, the recording, and Discord, the audio sounded really good. And then I went to go do my reactions using it, and it was popping and sounded terrible, so I turned it off. I think I got all the settings back to what I had before after updating OBS and everything, hoping that would fix it. But yeah, so it wasn't it. Now, the only thing I can think of is when I'm gaming, I'm sitting closer to where my mouse and keyboard sit. I'm closer to my screens and everything, which is also closer to my mic, which stays in the same position. Um, and so when I do reactions, I sit back a bit and I have a table right here in front of me. So it puts me back a little farther. So maybe I'm like far enough away from my mic that the NVIDIA broadcast is like breaking. So I'm gonna have to run some tests later and when I'm done recording and try and see when I move closer and I'm back in my original position if everything sounds fine and dandy again. And if it's because I'm far enough away. So I may need to look into that. I've also been thinking about looking into new mics and stuff like that for uh in general because mine's old as hell and I wanted to get something newer, higher quality, and all that good stuff. So, anyway, sorry. I know that was a long rant that you guys probably don't care about. I don't know why I felt like saying it, but I did. I probably should have waited for the opening, but yeah. Last episode, guys. I think I'm still in shock. I don't want to think about Armin being dead, but he is, and I genuinely like. I don't think it really hit me until like 3 or 4 days after I watched that last episode, where I was like, "He's really dead." Like that's crazy. So, man, what a sacrifice! Episode was called Hero. What a hero for sure. And yeah, I mean that we subdued the colossal titan. Now I'm pretty sure he's still alive, right? Berthold and Rhina both are still alive. Actually, all three of them. The Beast Titan 2 is still alive. He's just chopped up a good bit. So yeah, crazy stuff, guys. I want to get into this episode and see where we go from here after that sacrifice. All right, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, wait. This feels like a different start, doesn't it? We don't usually get that. Jesus. What's that? Oh, fuck me. Yeah. Why does he look... Is he just shocked that Colossal Titan went down? Is that... Yeah. He's the Beast Titan. There you go. Smart. We must not be getting an opening. Damn. Oh, shit. Yeah, father probably came from where they're from, I bet. What? I don't trust, but I don't know. What a freaking badass. Oh my god. Oh my god. He is like. Damn. I mean, it's fascinating. I want to know more. I can't really judge until I know more. I mean, maybe he's right. I don't know. No fucking way. I said something last episode. There's no fucking way. He doesn't. Even if he's alive right now, there's no way he survives it, right? Like, oh my god. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, of course not. Hmm. Yeah. It makes sense, but it also feels like he just doesn't want him to die. So who do we pick if we're gonna do that? Armin? No fucking shot, dude. Did they fucking debate my ass, man? Are they gonna save Armin now? I didn't even fathom that possibility. Because I just thought he was already dead. Hmm. Did their hair come back? With their regeneration? Okay. Man, are they planning on picking someone here and now? Also, if you had to pick one, colossal or armored, if you're gonna feed one to someone, right? Yeah. Oh, that's what she saw. I was like, what was that face? What? Is this why they fight? He doesn't let him? Is this why they fight? Oh, yeah, she can't bring it back. Fuck! Damn! Holy shit, Jean, you badass. He's hurt too. God damn it. So he gave up on Berthold, but he did come back for Rhina. God damn it. Ah, I understand the hesitation that time, though. That one made more sense. I understand why he's... Shit. Why is it so dramatic and slow? Oh no. We have to... We have to decide between Erwin or Armin. Shit. Wow. Oh my god. This is why we fight, huh? Yeah. Oh, I kind of agree. Even though I think Armin has the chance to get there to be Erwin level or maybe even better. Hmm. Yeah, this is a scene, isn't it? Okay. I'm fairly certain it is. Yeah, it's his childhood friend. He was about to do it. Yeah. Damn. Oh shit, Mikasa. Oh, this is such a difficult situation. By the way, I know, like, I've heard him call him Erwin and Irvin. It's like, sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Or Ervin. Yeah. He has a point. Oh. That freaking shot with his teeth missing. Uh. Here, you newbie, get out of here. Yeah, I mean, they're both important. Sucks. It's such not an easy choice. Damn. Damn. Hmm. Jeez, what a revelation. Oh, Hanji came here. Yeah. We gotta be careful. If we fight back and break it, no one's gonna get it. Oh no, All Might. Guess he was the symbol of peace, not the symbol of hope. This is brutal, man. Shit. Oh. Damn. Yeah, the most recent one. Oh, wow. That's how she lived. She fell into a damn well? Damn. I don't know, man. I don't know what choice I'd make. I genuinely have no idea what choice I would make. Usually I have some kind of bias when it comes to this kind of thing in shows. Oh, his half missing teeth. Jesus. Uh, God damn it. Oh, that was actually really sad. That, like, that, oh, wow. He did hear that. Hmm. Armin has a dream beyond it, but no, I guess he's comparing the dreams. It's not. Does he change his mind? Oh, right. Huh. Hmm. I mean, obviously, he's just going through. Who does he pick? He picked Armin. Holy shit. Bertolt, rest in peace. I feel bad for Armin. Ah! He had to eat a person. Hmm. Yeah. Man, what is Armin's colossal titan form gonna look like? We've never seen this really. Damn. It reminds me of. Damn, he's back. Well, his hair regrew, so I guess maybe hair does regenerate. Wow. All right. Man, that was well done. I have to say. That was really well done. We don't I don't know. Like I feel like you could say like, oh, of course they're gonna bring Armin back because he's one of like the main three groups, so you could say like, oh yeah, it's obvious. But I think they like the arguments they had, the reasoning of who to save between the two was sound, you know? Man, okay. Um that ending scene with Levi talking and then Hanji said he's gone. There was a scene in like season 1 or maybe it was early season 2 where Levi was sitting beside one of his men and was like talking to him, and then the person that was there looking after him said he's gone. You know, it reminded me of that scene again. But man, so Irvin is definitely gone this time. Wow. Okay. That is it, guys, for episode 18. So, alright. That whole episode was basically just deciding, obviously realizing Armin is barely alive still. I wondered if that was going to be the case. It gives me Hunter x Hunter vibes with the, I guess you know what I mean. It's like really the only thing in Hunter x Hunter that would be comparable to this. And that's what I pictured the first time I saw him was that scene from Hunter x Hunter, and then I was wondering if it would follow a similar path. I think I said it like, oh, it's gonna piss me off if it turns out that he's alive next episode, and then he was. Granted, he wasn't going to live. It was just the fact that he was alive if it wasn't for this drug, so. Or whatever it is. But, okay, so, yeah, we have this shit here. But one thing I want to talk about first before we get into like obviously the big meat of the episode is the choice between Erwin and Armin. I want to talk more about that, but a little quicker note here is what the Beast Titan was saying. So he showed up in front of Eren and was like, "Hey, like you're Eren, you don't look anything like your father." So he knew him. Now, obviously, I don't know what we can take from the Beast Titan to be true or not. I'm not really sure, but we have the situation where he said that his father brainwashed him, and you'll escape. Like I'll help you escape him, like we did. I think he said something along those lines. So I guess there was like if we believe the Beast Titan, then maybe his father was up to no good. Now the question is, did his father really lose his memory when he went into? Because obviously he must have got it back at some point. Is his father? There's no way his father's not old enough to be behind. Well, okay, never mind. If his father had the Titan powers, it's possible that his father. We know that you live longer if you have the Titan powers. Is it possible that his father is the one that like created the Titans in the first place or something like that? I don't know. I'm just really there's so many little pieces that I'm just waiting for them to like get slotted in place because there's the whole aspect with uh what am I trying to say? With them saying that like everyone within the walls are like they should be killed and they're repeating the same mistakes, and so they need to be like put out of their miseries with like the king wiping their memories, and so now they're doomed to repeat what's happened in the past. So like what does all that mean? Oh man, I just want to know the history and what happened and all that. So all that's really fascinating. But he said someday I'll come back and save you, Eren. So I don't know. I mean, I wonder if he truly believed like he could be a bad person but believe what he's doing is right. That happens a lot. So I don't know. We're gonna have to just wait and find out, or is he actually doing something good? He just has more info than we have. But one thing I've never understood, the only thing I can think of is if they tried before and it didn't work, is like they have more info. Why don't they just tell us what's going on rather than and like try to convince us to work with him rather than keeping everything a secret and just trying to kill everyone, right? Like if your actions are so justifiable, why not tell everyone them, right? Why keep it in a shroud of mystery? So like that makes me feel like he isn't good because like if he's like, "Oh, I'm trying to create world peace by promoting, good crop growth and ending world hunger and, like all these like fantastical ideas, and this is how I'm going to go about them in a very peaceful way." And it's like, "Oh, okay, you're just a good dude doing good things. Yeah, let's work together." You know? But if he's like, I want to genocide, the world. Well, I guess genocide's a bad word because that's like 20%, right? No, decimate is 20%. That's right. But anyway, the if he just wants to like murder a bunch of people for the sake of, for the sake of the world, then yeah, like you're a bad guy. Maybe you think you're doing it for a good reason, and I can understand why you wouldn't even bother to try. Now, the only other thing I can think of doomed to repeat mistakes, and maybe the reason why he's not telling them is because before their memories were wiped, maybe they did try to talk to them and explain the situation, and maybe that section of humanity truly, like, just disagreed with everything that the Beast Titan believes in, or whatever, their people, and everything. And then now they just assume that the descendants of those people who have been, brainwashed by the king and Aaron's father and whatever all happened there, they just are making the assumption this time and not even trying. I guess that could be it, but anyway. Yeah, I can't wait for answers in that regard. Now I did accidentally see the next episode is called Basement, so I'm actually really excited about that. I don't want to try to hide the fact that I saw that. I did. Now the show is probably going to tell us it anyway at the beginning of the episode, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But yeah, if we're finally going to see the basement, hopefully maybe next episode we'll get some more answers and talk more about that. Now, moving on to the bulk of this episode, which was the decision between Erwin and Armin. It was a tough decision. Like usually I have a bias towards one or the other. I really like Armin, but I really like Erwin as well. And like I was when we knew that when we knew that Erwin was going to charge in and most likely die, and he wasn't going to get a chance to see his dream fulfilled, that made me I felt really bad for him. And like I think I said it during that episode, no matter how much bad he's done, I would love to for him to like see that final goal site, that final goal post. So but then Armin got into the situation where he's on, his last legs, and we had to make that choice. And I mean, they both made good arguments. Like, Erwin's a commander, he's led a bunch of missions, he's kept the scouts going all this time, he's a fantastic leader. Like, yeah, the one random guy, sorry, I don't know his name, was saying that he is like a devil or whatever, but they need a devil to be able to do what he does, and he realized that, and that's why he needed to bring him back. He also wanted to punish him by making him live so that way he can continue to see his men die and go through that pain. So it was both by spite, but also realizing, like, this is what humanity needs to move forward. Like, we need someone like him. And I will be the first to admit, I don't think Armin has it in him right now. I think he has it in him to make good plans, but there's like just a situation that happened with the Colossal Titan where Armin was like, I don't know what to do. I can't figure it out. John, you take lead. Like that's not good in like a tense situation where everyone's counting on you to come up with a plan. So I kind of agree that in this exact moment, I think Ervin's a better choice for being brought back. But I actually think that Armin has had more effective plans. Like when they laid it out, like I'm trying to think of all of Erwin's. Not Erwin has been around longer than Armin's been in the military and everything, so he's had more experience and he's probably had a lot of plans that have worked out. He got humanity as far as it has been, but I mean, he had the plan to get Annie, and he actually they never even captured Annie. You know, that was like when he was trying to lure her out. Now, granted, we had more information when the plan when Armin figured it out and everything. We had more information thanks to Erwin, so it's such a difficult thing. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like the successful plans of Erwin, and there have been a few, but like when they listed out Armin's accomplishments, it's like, yeah, that's true. Like moving the rock was Armin's idea to block the hole and take back what was that, Trost? I think might have been what it was called. We took that back with the boulder. Like that was very smart. I mean, it was, you could say it's pretty obvious to come up with that one. That was a bit more of a simple plan, but he was the one that stepped up. They didn't even mention this one, and saved, or tried to anyway, to talk to the soldiers when they were first finding out that Eren is a Titan. Like that whole system, he went up and talked to them, and kind of at anything he delayed it until Pixis got there, and then Pixis was like, "This is a good kid," Um, but yeah, he was the one that figured out it was Annie by like looking at like the different gear, and like the fact that she had was it Marco's gear? That might have been his name. I apologize. I'm watching The Expanse right now, and there's a Marco on there. So now I'm picturing Marco from The Expanse when I'm saying that name, and I'm thinking that I'm saying it wrong on for Attack on Titan, but I think that was his name. Um, but yeah, she had his gear, so he put it all together that Annie was the female Titan, and it's like in the field when the female Titan first attacked too, he had the idea of like covering their head because he knew that they were looking for Eren. Had the idea to say that lunatic is over there, to try to bait her and find out whether she was someone from the scouts, or someone they know, because she would know that he'd be talking about Eren by like wording it that way. Like he's just so clever when he needs to be. And yes, there's a lot of cowardice. Not, I shouldn't say that. There's not a lot of cowardice. He's a very brave person. He just gets anxiety and freaked out a lot easier than he should for like a leadership kind of position. So it's like, but I mean, look what he did here. He's also the one that got the Colossal Titan. And I think there were more examples that I might be forgetting. I apologize if I am. But yeah, like it's actually crazy how much Armin has accomplished, and I genuinely think that give enough time for Armin to come into his own a little more and gain that confidence that he needs, or hopefully he can gain it at some point. Some people go their whole lives without gaining that confidence, but if he can gain that confidence needed, then I think he could be more of an asset to humanity than Erwin ever was or would be, right? And also, there was something like very down and depressing about Erwin, where Erwin was like, it almost felt like Erwin was gonna like fade away after he reached his goal of getting to the basement. Like, it almost seems like the losses that have been stacked up and that are weighing on him might have been too much for him to handle, and he might have like given up after they see the basement. And I wonder if that is part of the conclusion that Levi came to, because we had Levi like flashing back and forth between Erwin and Armin, and like the different moments that he knew of them, and it's like there was something very melancholy at the end about Erwin Whereas all of his memories of Armin were like dreaming of a future that's even beyond this war. Like Irvin's dream was just find out more about what's going on, but Armin wants to win this war so that way he can then go and enjoy the life after. And I wonder if that is what kind of motivated Levi into picking Armin over him. But yeah, that was incredible. I can't believe that we had that choice and how well it was done. And like I completely forgot about the syringe honestly being able to save Armin until they were literally saying it to me, and then I was like, oh fuck, that's right, I was just in the moment, you know. But yeah. So Hanji lived from the Colossal Titan because one of her guys pushed her into a well before the blast came, and that saved her. Man, did she lose that eye? Every time we've seen it, it's like it was covered in blood, and now she has it covered by a cloth. So, is she just straight up like one eye now, or is it just like hurt and she'll heal and have both eyes again? That kind of sucks because she also lost her glasses, so her vision is already not super great, and now she lost one eye, which can really mess with your like depth perception and stuff. And obviously, your depending on what eye is missing, you don't have as much peripheral vision and stuff like that. So it's like that sucks for someone who's in the military. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, fantastic episode again. They handled that, I feel like, very very well, and I think that must have been the scene, right? The roof scene. I can't imagine that it was anything else, and I'm pretty sure he was even bloody like that too. Also, I didn't even talk about it, but Levi is just a beast. Like, Levi did all that fighting, took down the Beast Titan, took down the rest of the Titans that were coming after him. With the last, he only had like one set of blades left, right? And he managed to take down the rest of those with one set of blades. And then on top of that, he made it all the way back to the wall, scaled the wall, got over the wall, got back to them. You know, like, holy shit, that man needs a nap. Oh, that's crazy. We didn't even get an opening. They were just like, we have too much to cover. We need to like give enough time for this choice. But yeah, man. Unfortunately, Rhina still alive. Now, do we still have his letter? So I guess if it really is a letter from Ymir to her, I wonder if we'll see that and what it means. Or what it says. Like, would it give any hints to what is going on in the world? Is that possible? Or is it literally just gonna be like a nice little message to Krista without any kind of like info? Also, the mid card says conditions for the usage of the Titan serum. Injecting someone with this serum will not only allow them to inherit the power of a Titan and the knowledge it will bring, but will also completely heal their body should they be on the brink of death. Therefore, it would be ideal to inject a severely wounded person while the bearer of a Titan is incapacitated nearby. Okay, so literally just explaining the situation. Wait, did we know that he was here? Okay, we did. Because that mid-card image is super spoilery if it wasn't. It's literally Armin and Irvin there. Interesting too that like in this it's like white and black, almost like yin and yang, but I don't think Armin is like bad in any way to be like the yang. But anyway, yeah. Great episode, guys. Can't wait to watch more, can't wait to learn more. I did I'll probably mention this again at the start of the next video. I did get spoiled by another reactor who didn't give any kind of spoiler warning and just blurted out a spoiler for Attack on Titan. Sure, the show's been done for a while, so it's my fault for not finishing it, I guess, and watching reactions. But unfortunately, I was watching a reaction to a completely different show, and they blurted it out. So I don't know. I don't even know how big of a deal it is. I'm not gonna say it just in case because I know Like for me, sometimes I'll watch a season of a show and then I'll watch a reaction. So I'm not gonna say it so that way I don't spoil you guys. But when it happens, I'll probably bring it up that I knew it was gonna happen, right? So, luckily, I don't think it's like how the show ends or anything like that. Or really, I don't think it tells me anything about any answers. It's just something a character has to do at some point in the story. Um, but yeah, it has nothing to do with any like the secrets that we don't know yet. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see 2 episodes ahead. You can do so on there through the early access tier. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. And I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye bye.